me know when we are live, because we can just edit this part out.
We cannot edit this part out. We are live right now.
Well, we can hope we can edit some of it. So yes, I am just signing on to get to be able to see my comments and things. And so hello everybody. We're going to give everybody else a minute to get signed on before we give it our official start, I do believe. And so let's see, why is this not clicking on here? So it is a rainy day here for me today. I don't know what the weather is like by you today, Amber.
It's actually Halloween, or I mean, not Halloween, it's Thanksgiving here. So I want to take a moment and to wish all of my fellow Canadians a very happy Thanksgiving, to take a moment to, what are we grateful for? Why, the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning is give thanks to me actually waking up, because, there's people out there who aren't given that opportunity. So I am grateful that I am alive. I am grateful that I have my family, and I'm grateful that I get to hang out with you guys for the next half hour and help whoever we can help to clear their resistance to doing chores. I'm very excited about today.
Yes, if you are one of those people that has baskets of laundry that's unfolded and not put away, but it's been washed, so at least you got something done. Or maybe you've just put it into the washer and then leave it in the dryer. And then eventually when you're looking for that certain pair of pants, you're like, oh, yeah, I think that's the one that's been in the dryer for the last 4 or 5 days. And then, or the kitchen dishes that are not done, or, who knows what. We all have difficulties somewhere. So today, thank you for joining us. We are going to try to use the emotion code. We will definitely be using the emotion code to try to reduce some of your resistance to getting these household chores done. And is this being undecided? Is this procrastination? What is it that's causing it? So I'm Holly Pitas, an emotion code practitioner, with my colleague, Amber.
I'm Amber Salambier of Knots Inside Within, and I'm a certified emotion code and body code practitioner. So welcome, welcome, welcome. This is one of my favorites, let's be honest, because this was one of the first things that I started to clear. What is my resistance to? For me, it's I can wash the laundry, I can put it into the dryer, I can fold the laundry, and then it sits in a basket, and it will sit in the basket until I need the basket again. So it just sits there. So, or I go out and I buy more baskets because that's the logical thing, as opposed to just putting the laundry away, right? It's not a complicated task to sit there and sort the laundry into the 5 different piles and then put them away. But, each of us has something, some sort of resistance. Chances are it's probably from your childhood. Maybe you got into trouble when you didn't put the laundry away properly according to somebody else's rules, or, you weren't fast enough to do the dishes, or you broke a dish and got into trouble for it when you were washing them. Whatever it is, there's some sort of emotional attachment as to why you're not doing it that's causing that resistance. And so today, Holly and I would love for, to work on that resistance so that you can start putting away the laundry or doing the dishes, or that pile of paperwork that just keeps getting, the pile of junk that you had that moves from room to room, or we all have it, we all.
That we do. I have so this is a friend of a friend, and her, cleaning method before she would have company is to take everything off of the kitchen counter and just put it in like a grocery store bag. And then eventually she'd pull the grocery store bag out and, resort through the mail or whatever. So anyway, one of those bags went to the back of the hall closet, and she didn't find it for like almost a year.
Oh
and
my goodness.
She was like, well, all right, I guess all the mail that was in here probably is no longer current. So, and one more scare story. So I heard about a guy that part of his interviewing process is he will go down into the parking lot with the person and look in their car window. And if if they have a messy car, that's it. He's will not hire them. So
I would probably, I mean, I've got 3 kids, so I would probably fail that interview because as much as I try to keep my, car clean and space clean, I live with other people. So it's not always, or, things get busy and I may not be able to get to it this week. And, and then your car is a disaster, or, you are going from activity, like summers are the worst because each of the kids have different activities and you're going from this to that and you're eating in the car and you're doing this in the car, you're going on vacation. And it's like, well, okay. So when it comes time to it, it just seems so overwhelming to clean the car. So then I have to, get out my emotion code and start clearing myself. What is my resistance to keeping my car nice and clean? Not so much, picture perfect, but clean enough so that there aren't French fries, smushed into the carpet kind of thing.
yeah, and some of those things you just can't help, or you think, well, it's like as you're pulling in the driveway, your child spills something all over the car, and it's like you need to go in the house or into the appointment or whatever, and you always think, okay, I'm going to come back and take care of it. And the next time you think about it is a week or 2 later when you get in the car again and there's stuff spilt all over. And it's like, well, now I don't have time for this. So I'll have to do it again later. And later seems to never actually materialize into getting it done. So that can be, I think, just a problem for all of us. I know one of my difficulties is that I don't really know what to do with it. So, the old saying of everything has a place and everything in its place, a place for everything and everything in its place. And if I don't make a decision about where to put it, then it's just going to live in the spot that I set it. And then the longer it lives there, it takes roots. Makes it a little bit hard. And I always wake up and I think, oh, today's the day. I'm just going to, snap my fingers and it's all going to be done. And somehow I get distracted with other things. And sure enough, by the time I think I'm going to get around to it, then I'm too tired. So I wish it for another day. So for any of the people that are joining us, do say hello. Let us know where you're joining us from. And if there is something that we can clear for you, we'd certainly like to do. And so what is that task? Is it cleaning your car? Is it filing your paper? So paperwork or mail. Maybe you have plenty of money in the bank, but you never actually get around to processing the payment for things like your mortgage or your lights or your electricity or your credit card payments. Doing
Maybe
laundry.
Who has a junk drawer that they never go through, or the back of their closet? Or there's got to be, each and every one of us has a space in our house that we are resisting to working on. So whatever that looks like for you, put it in the comments. We need your permission, first of all. So I wouldn't go into Holly's house or any one of your houses without permission. It's unethical. It's not very nice. So I certainly wouldn't go into your energy field. So we need permission, and we need to know, what is that one specific area? Is it the dishes? Is it washing the dishes, drying the dishes, putting away the laundry, cleaning the back of the closet? Whatever that looks like for you, we would love to work on. So just pop it in the comments, tell us who you are. Where are you coming from? And let's talk about the emotion code for a quick second, because if you are new to us, we are on episode 13 of our Facebook Lives, and we have been trained in this fabulous modality by Dr. Bradley Nelson, and it allows us to connect to your subconscious using muscle testing to get to the root cause as to whatever is causing your resistance, whatever is causing your pain, your fears, your limiting beliefs, you name it, we can probably work on it. And we use, like Holly is showing, this chart of emotions, and we can correctly identify what emotions is blocking, stopping you from, doing the dishes. Maybe it was terror. We're coming up to Halloween season. How many people here are kind of, a little hesitant on Halloween because at, 12, we had the bejesus scared out of us, at a Halloween park, or somebody, jumped out of nowhere. And now that emotion, because we never processed it, is now sitting in our knee, or is causing us not to do the dishes. There's so many.
Yes, there are. It was funny when I was in grade school. So I have two brothers that are several years older than I am. And so by the time I came along, we had a dishwasher. So I got lucky and I never really had to do the dishes in that manner, to wash them by hand in the sink on a regular basis. But I had a friend who was supposed to do the dishes with her sister. And they had to trade off between one would wash and one would dry at her house. And it was her turn to wash. And then her sister, who was not home at the time, was going to have to dry them when she got home. So my friend Mary washed the dishes, and she takes all the glasses, that they were tall glasses, and she fills them all up with water in the sink. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And she said, well, if I turn them upside down, they're going to air dry. And then all my sister will have to do is put them away. But she said, if I fill them with water, she's going to have to dry them. And I always thought that was so funny, that she wanted to make sure that her sister wasn't going to luck out and have a lesser task to do. So, so is that also just sort of the kind of the hump in the process? You can maybe get the dishes washed, they're drip drying in the sink, and you never actually get them into the cabinet. And, we all have our thing. So we're not working on anything specific. It's not just the laundry or just the dishes or just the garage. It is whatever that difficulty is for you. And so some people call it procrastinating or lack of motivation. Some people say they're just downright lazy. And it's really not true. It's probably connected to some sort of trapped emotion. Could have been when you were little, you were supposed to help sweep out the garage, and you wanted to go watch cartoons that day, and you were just mad, and you're like, I'm never going to sweep the garage again. So anyway, yes, I see the mom, Amber, smiling. She hears that from her kids. So it can be something as simple as that for whatever reason, we just got to be in our bonnet. We said, we're not going to do this anymore. And now as adults, and we're trying to function and, keep up appearances and maintain our homes and do all of the tasks that we have to do. That's part of being an adult. And for some reason, we just drag our feet.
We do.
That's true. So
I'm going to take a moment to shout out to Jessica's watching. She's saying chores yuck. Melanie says hi. Lauren says hi, ladies. Jessica says car and work, neat as ever. She lives with males. With males too. They're such a wonderful and different, they're so different than I am. And we have different beliefs on how to do things. And oh my goodness. I love my guys. My guys are watching right now. So hi, Charlie. Hi, Joshua. Those are my younger two. Jessica says laundry.
Shout out to Joshua too.
Folding and putting away laundry. And she's from Vermont. So I'm going to work on her. I've also got Melanie saying she has a fear of murky water. So never fill the sink to wash the dishes. So do it with the water running, which I know is not environmentally friendly. So I'm not sure if you have anyone volunteering over there. Holly, you're more than welcome to take one of these, or?
I do. I'm going to say hello. We have, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Talitha Laman Demore. It's between my glasses and small print over here. She's saying, hi, ladies. So hello to you. And then we also have a visitor from afar. So Nikki Pine. So thank you very much. Nikki's joining us today from Prague. And so, yes. And so Nikki is actually volunteering. She says she has some beloved pet rats. And so part of this, these are These must be sweet little rats because they have hammocks in their cages. And so she has to wash and clean her hammocks or their hammocks and then put them back in the cages. And she loves these little guys, but for some reason, she just can't quite finish that whole task. So yeah, this is exactly part of the problem. You do part of it, but you just don't get it all done. And so these little guys are depending on you, Nikki. So we are, so I'm happy to work on Nikki for starters. And Amber, who did you pick out?
I'm going to work on Jessica first, and then I'm going to work on Melanie. So let's do this. I'll do mine out loud if you want to do yours quietly.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect to Jessica. My name is Jessica. My name is Jessica. So we work with muscle testing, which is applied kinesiology. And what muscle testing is it connects to your subconscious. We work via proxy. So anywhere, anyone, any place. Really, it's the same way as cell phones, how your cell phone can connect to other people. We're all energetic and we're all connected. We may not be consciously aware of it, but energetically on a subconscious level, we're all connected. So Jessica is in Vermont and I'm up here in Ontario, Canada. And so I can connect to Jessica by doing muscle testing. And what happens is when the answers are true, my muscles lock. They don't have to be, they don't have to be super tight and super hard. They can be loose. And all of your muscles in your body will instantly tighten and stay strength when you're incongruent to the truth. And when it's something that is false, then your every single muscle in your body weakens. It's like how lie detectors work. When you're telling a lie, your body's, all of the muscles will weaken. And when you're telling the truth, everything is strong. And I use the chart. I don't even know if you can see that, but I use this chart.
Even, is it 2? Is it?
And I go through, is it, row A, row B, is it this one, that one? And I narrow it down to find out what is causing Jessica's resistance to folding and putting away laundry. Nipra is watching. Hi, Nipra. All right, so my name is Jessica. So my conscious mind is just talking about me folding and putting away laundry and my resistance to doing that. Are there any trapped emotions that are causing me to do that?
3.
It's an A, B, all.
It will have anything to do with this hammock issue for the
releasing confusion.
Yes or no? Okay, so now can we release creative insecurity?
Releasing stubbornness.
So releasing creative insecurity.
Is there any hidden
insecurity? Releasing absorbed.
Releasing anxiety.
Resonance.
Releasing worry.
Any.
Does she have any absorbed emotions that are causing this? How many? Under 5, 5, 8. Releasing frustration and taken for granted. She has an inherited one. So absorbed are other people's emotions. Walk into a room and you can feel the energy. Talking, Holly always says, you're talking to a girlfriend and all they do is complain the entire time. And you were all upbeat and excited to get on the phone call with your friend. And she had nothing but complaining about everything in her life. And when you left that phone call, you feel kind of drained of your energy. And you're like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not upbeat anymore? Well, you just absorbed all of that negativity and all of those emotions that your friend was venting on you about, and you have them now within your body. Inherited are from your ancestral past. So how many inherited? Under 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, A, B, odd, 1, 3, 1. So defensiveness from her mom or her dad. How many generations? Under 5, 5, 10, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 1, 2, 54 generations on her dad's side. Jessica, I want you to take a moment and close your eyes. maybe all of those 54 generations, whoever has passed, is all around you right now. Maybe you can sense them. Maybe you can see them. Maybe you have an idea of what they look like, or.
Yes. So is Nikki going to be able to do the?
I'll just take a moment, and if you can sense them in any way, let us know. If not, that's totally okay. I certainly can't sense them, but I know a lot of my clients can, and I always take this moment just to hold space to see if there's, this is your family, and they're all around you.
All right, so I'm going to cut in here. I did work on Nikki. We found a little bit of stubbornness and a little bit of wishy-washy. And so I also released some creative insecurity for you too, Nikki. So I'm hoping that that will inspire you to take care of these little rats. You should tell me in the comments, if you can, how many you have. Obviously, there's at least 2. And so I don't know if you've named them. I bet you have. And so I'd love to know their names, and come back and let us know how you are doing with keeping their hammocks clean, because I'm sure they love their little hammocks.
So before today, what was Jessica's resistance to folding and putting away laundry? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now what is it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There you go, Jessica. We have cleared all of the emotions that are causing that resistance to folding and putting away laundry. And now you can definitely let us know in the next couple of days. Let us know how you're doing, and I have a hunch that that resistance will either be reduced or no more, and you can folding and putting away laundry will be your new favorite thing. Well, maybe not, but it'll be something that's incorporated into your day-to-day activity. So I'm going to go ahead and work on Melanie.
Yes, and I'm going to cut in here while while you are doing it. I am going to work with. She said she needs motivation to stay organized. And so that's, I think, Talitha, unless if you can write it in the comments, I'm going to just assume that's sort of your home organization, papers, closets, things like that. And probably if you need to stay organized, you probably have a system, but you're just slow in keeping up with it, if that could be my guess. And so what I'm going to do is connect with Talitha Lamond Moore. And so Talitha, so you have these systems and you're just not keeping them up. So what's your resistance to keeping up your home systems? Is it a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? It's a 10. Okay, so I'm getting a severity level of 10. So you are just resistant to it. Could be from any reason. So is it something that we're going to find on the emotion code chart? And is it my emotion? Yes. And so is it in column A or column B? It's in column A. Is it even? Is it odd? Is it even? And so right now what I'm doing is just working through the chart, trying to narrow down the group of emotions that are contributing to this lack of motivation. And so it's a even, it's odd, even, it's odd, it's 1, 3, 5, it's 1, 3, 1, 3. Okay, so we're gonna do, is it 3, 1, 2, 3, 4?
So I just worked on Melanie's fear of murky water. Before today, what was the severity of my fear of murky water that is causing this resistance to never fill the sink? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now what is it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So Melanie, let me know in a couple of days how that fear is going and that resistance is going. Now keep in mind, this sometimes isn't just a one emotion, one time, and then you are no longer have this fear. Sometimes we have multiple sessions that need to be done. So if we want to work on this further, we can certainly look into that. On my website at notsomesidewithin.com, you can find a 20-minute complimentary consultation where we can sit down and really go through all of the things that are blocking, stopping you from living the best life. And I know Holly has her website as well, getfeelingbetter.com. And so you can book through either one of us and sit down and let's discuss, what are your blockages? Do you have blockages in your health? Do you have blockages in, you know, taking that next step in maybe a career or feeling better, or whatever that next step is for you? Let's sit down and talk about it so that you can start taking more steps in the new life that it is that you want to live. All right, Anita has a problem.
All right, so
Decluttering and letting go of things. So I'm going to work on that. Anita.
Okay, and so Talitha. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, Talitha. I think it almost sounds like Tabitha, so Talitha. And so she has 2 little girls with general housekeeping. And so I would imagine, yes, as soon as you do it, it's just undone. And so that can be discouraging, which is one of the emotions that I had released for you. So hopefully that will make things a little bit easier so that you can go back in and I guess have some enthusiasm for how you're your house in order. And then I did hear from Nikki with her 3 little rats. They're all little boys, and it's Mishka, Nikita, and Mary, Merry, as in Merry Christmas. So hopefully they're going to be having some fresh little hammocks to keep them feeling good. So, and then we're also being joined by Hannah Ray Morley. And so she has some difficulties with cleaning in general, but also purging the extra stuff. And that, Hannah, is, when you think about it, it is probably very obviously tied to your emotions, just that emotional baggage that for some reason you have an attachment to that item or those items. And so often that happens. You can think, you know, you don't like it, it doesn't fit, you're never going to have anything to do with it, but your favorite aunt gave it to you. And so you're like, well, you know, I love my aunt, she's my favorite, so I'm going to keep this thing that is completely useless in my life just because it makes me feel attached to my aunt. So and that is just an example of how these things just get sort of intertwined in our beings. So Hannah, I'm going to connect with you. Heather or Amber, you look like you've got something to say. So I'm connecting with Hannah. Well, you're going.
So Anita, I've come across inherited jealousy from your dad's side, 7 generations. So I'm just going to take a moment, if you want to close your eyes and, you know, see if your family is with you at this time before I clear it. But it was on your dad's side, 7 generations. So whoever has passed,
is it hidden? That's trapped.
All of those people who have passed will all be surrounding you. So just give you a moment.
8. Is it 2? Is it 4? Is it 6? It's 2. Is it 8? Is it 2?
All right, we're going to clear it.
5, 8, 2.
Clearing jealousy.
Heart wall of anger, anxiety. Missing 8, 2.
Did you have any vibrational resonance under 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8? Releasing vibrational resonance of bitterness.
Yeah.
So vibrational resonance is a vibration that is vibrating all the time. Sometimes we can feel them and know that, oh yeah, that's the one that I'm feeling. I feel this, you know, anxiety all the time, or in this case, bitterness. And sometimes we don't feel it and we have no idea. And there's no right or wrong answer. Is there any psychic trauma, which is 2 emotions trapped at the exact same time, and they create this new vibration? Is there any prenatal? No. Is there any trauma energy? Any discord energy? Any core negative beliefs? Any heart walls? No.
Releasing conflict.
Anita says, it's amazing because I can really feel strong energies during this process. That is incredible. So before today, what was the severity of my
for Hannah? Are we able to release?
Issue with letting go, the sensation that I cannot let go, and troubles with decluttering. What was the severity of that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now what is it? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yeah.
So there you go, Anita. Again, let us know in a couple of days. We can work on literally anything that is causing issues. It doesn't have to limiting beliefs. I've worked with people who, really struggle with self-worth issues, taking that next step. Maybe they don't feel they deserve that new job or that new partner. Maybe they're having troubles attracting partners. And there's this energetic blockage that is, you go to a bar or a restaurant or wherever people meet partners nowadays. You can tell I've been married for so long that I have no idea. And nothing is happening. You get put on blind dates after blind dates, and for some reason they just keep falling through, or you're just not meeting the right one. Chances are there's an energetic blockage, and it's emotional based. So we can go in and clear whatever emotions are causing that, open up your heart wall so that you can receive. And I have a huge hunch that things will be different just working with us.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Let me just let you know for Hannah Ray Morley. Yes, we released a couple of trapped emotions, some wishy-washy and conflict. And so hopefully that will help you with just being able to get things moving. And it's interesting because, our homes are so much a reflection of the center of ourselves. And I know with myself, like my tendency to get messy means that something is awry. Something's not setting right with me. So that's why I have this disorder, because there's some sort of internal disorder happening. And I think it's interesting because once you start to clear certain areas, so we can, release some of these trapped emotions. You can maybe get your car cleaned out or get that laundry done. And then you'll see that it kind of opens the door, and some of these other things can snowball. Sometimes if you are looking for love and you can't let anything new into your life, or can't let go of an old relationship, just being able to work through some of the emotions with either Amber or I can help you open all of those doors. And it's just really amazing. And then I think what other interesting things is you can look back then and say, wow, like I don't really know why I let my car get so out of hand, or why I never used to do the laundry. Now I love doing the laundry, because there's a lot of really good things about having clean clothes. And what you have for, in terms of choosing for your closet, and then also just not beating yourself up all the time for one more thing you didn't get done. So I think then, Amber, it looks like we're approaching the end of our hour. So thank you so much again for talking about our website. So with Amber, you can find her both on Facebook at her Knots Untied Within, and then also Release Emotions, her website. I am at Get Feeling Better. That is both my website and my Facebook page. So thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for your comments. We're here every Monday. And so do come back and join us again. So we're doing this Mondays during the day. Amber also has a Wednesday evening that she does, and she works more on other issues, pain, things like that. And so thank you so much. And so Amber, is there anything else that you have to add, or shall we just be signing off?
We should be signing off. I look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday at 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. And there's no schedule for it. So whatever issues you have in your life, then definitely come watch my page. And I look forward to seeing you next week, Holly. See you then, guys.
Terrific. Bye. Thank you so much.